similar, sort of a back-end machine that take all the inputs that are collected from every touch point in real time, pull them into the center, and be able to inform the next touch point fully. So if they saw an email, they didn't click through, they ended up on the site anyway, the merchandise should do the same thing. The other thing that should happen is customers should be valued not by transactional value alone, once they will pay, but also their social value. Why should they get points for writing a review? Not purposefully or they might not realize it. But if a retailer is surprised and delighted for someone doing good things, recommending customers doing all these other things that aren't necessarily buying event participation, then their value should go up, their product score should go up, their home stars just right. That's what I was saying.
So connecting the customer and really kind of creating a way to know who you're, an easy way to identify those values.
Yes, we heard everything you've done, and we so appreciate it. Here's $50 on your account. So it's such a good memory.
Well, I want to give the audience a chance to think if they have a question.
Thank you. Question to Caroline. It's all about the experience, right? So what would you say would be the next thing in providing the client, the customer, a crazy experience, an amazing experience, the next big thing we can do for them? I wasn't something online that just like, how can we make a surprise?
Yeah, one of the things that we really feel is core to our brand is our personalization program. And I think it's really about taking that to the next step. We already offer, embroidery and personalized product, but I think how can we take that the next step farther? How can we deliver it faster, make it more customizable? And that's something that we talk about a lot in the office.
I can't see hands raised. Any other questions? There's one in the back.
Hi, my question is also for Caroline. Which of the social media platforms converts to most sales?
Sure, and I think this again talks really towards our different strategies on our different platforms. We really look at Facebook and Twitter as our most engaged, most shopping-oriented channels. And so that's where we're also pumping that messaging. We're not going to go take a message that talks about a specific product to Instagram. We're usually going to put Instagram pictures in a more lifestyle image. Whereas Facebook we find does very, very well with specific targeted messaging about products. And so we see sales more coming through like Facebook and Twitter channels for that reason. And so I think that, because we kind of diverge in our content delivery on each of these channels, we definitely see different selling across the channels.
Any other questions? We have time for one more. That's it. Thank you so much.
And Bob, if you want to join me, he'll be introducing 4 companies that have grown into massive maturity and growth.
Good afternoon. Myself and the 4 companies are lucky to be wrapping up here for you today. So hopefully we can keep your attention. I'm sure we will. What we're talking about is FashinVest profile companies. So these are innovators that are setting industry standards. Companies that have been rapid growing companies. So they've been funded early on and have technology and continue to grow fairly rapidly. And it'll be great to see their stories and hear directly from the CEOs as to how they did it, what their pitfalls were, what's good and the bad is. So we're going to start off with a brief bio. The way it'll work out is I'll give a brief bio on each of them. They will come up and give a little talk on their company and some of the points they wanted to make. I may ask a question or two. If there's a question in the audience, please raise your hand. will be 72 Lux, which is Heather Marie is the founder. Is Heather around? Or David? No. Yeah. So, real quick, Heather is the founder and CEO of 72 Lux. Prior to founding 72 Lux, Heather was on the founding team at Affinity Labs, a digital media company that became the largest collection of online professional communities. Affinity Labs was acquired by Monster Worldwide, and she also, to her credit, has launched her first venture at the age of 11, an arbitrage business on eBay. Now, during this year, I met with someone who, as a junior in high school, started a company, exited with a very nice exit, and I thought that was pretty impressive. So at the age of 11, that's a stump. So congratulations. I'm going to turn it over to Heather to give her a talk. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Heather Marie, the founder and CEO of 72 Lux. And just to start with the basics, I want to start by looking at traditional retail. When you think about traditional retail offline, it all started with a single offline destination where consumers from all over would physically travel to find products, discover them, purchase them, and then go home. And when these traditional brick-and-mortar retailers later started moving online and embracing e-commerce, they actually did so in a way that was very similar to the offline model. And what I mean is they all created single destinations that, like I said, kind of replicated their offline model. So now, from a consumer standpoint, if you look at the e-commerce landscape, you really have three big groups. One group is now probably tens of thousands of more traditional brick-and-mortar retailers that are online. The second group, more recently, has been a lot of different brands and manufacturers have come online. So now you have tens of thousands of other options of individual destinations that you can shop around. The third group are kind of the pure play e-com retailers, with again, more than tens of thousands of different destinations. So from a consumer, you have so many different locations that you can go online to shop. There's no shortage of places to go. The problem is that this model doesn't necessarily work with the modern consumer. The modern consumer, in a perfect world, the retailer wants you to always go directly to their website, but the modern consumer is actually no longer discovering the majority of their products on these retailer websites. They are seeing products everywhere they are throughout their everyday life, offline, online, when they're reading magazines, when they're on Instagram, when they're on a blog website. The discovery is happening in all of these different places, and there's a big disconnect between actually discovering and finding these products and being able to purchase them. And that's really where the opportunity lies and where I think the next generation of retailers is going. So my belief is that the future of retail is no longer in these destinations. The future of retail is for retailers to find a uniform way that they can be everywhere that the consumer is, both online and offline. And I'm sure it sounds a lot easier said than done, so you're probably wondering, how can that be? So what really is next in retail? What we're doing at 72 Lux is taking that traditional model of retail, where you say all the consumers need to come to us to make purchases, and we're flipping it on its head. We're saying you as a consumer, if you find something that you want to buy, whether you see it on a celebrity, you see it on your favorite blog, you should be able to buy it directly there. So we're taking all of these products from the destination websites, aggregating them, and then bringing them directly to where the consumer is, so they can purchase it without any effort. We all believe that consumers are king, and we should make it as easy as possible for them to be able to purchase. And that's exactly what we're doing at 72 Lux. So at 72 Lux, we've created an end-to-end commerce solution to allow digital publishers, bloggers, anyone that has a website, the ability to sell products directly within their site without ever having to forward the user anywhere else. And they're actually able to monetize and generate revenue that way. And then for retailers, we don't compete with retailers, we actually partner with them, as I mentioned, connecting their products into our ecosystem so we can bring them all to all of the different places that these consumers are actually discovering their products. So it's an entirely new lift of revenue for retailers than they previously have. And over the last couple of years, we've been working with a number of different companies you may have heard of. For example, the Wall Street Journal, Essence, Vogue, and then more recently we opened up the technology so that anyone can use it, no matter how small the site is, including bloggers like Lindsay Hughes, who is a YouTube sensation, has millions of different followers, has been incredibly successful, and her entire site is all shoppable as well. So we've been very busy since we were here at FashinVest last. Like I mentioned, we launched a shoppable marketplace. Publishers can sign up for free and start using the technology, make money on their sites by creating the shoppable content. Retailers can sign up for free so that they can leverage us as a distribution partner for their products. And we grew from over we had 7 different publishers over a year ago. Now we have over 250 publishers, more than 2 million products, and over 64 million product views. So we've definitely grown a lot since the last time we were here, and it's good to be back, so thank you for having us.
Heather, was there an aha moment in the concept of the business, or was it developed over a period of time and what through?
It has definitely evolved a lot over time. This idea of destination websites was originally where we were thinking. We were thinking, how can we help retailers leverage all the inventory that's sitting in, additional inventories and sell that inventory, and how do we help publishers better monetize their content, because the traditional affiliate marketing business, which has basically been the same thing for 20 years, does not work for publishers. Everybody hates it, and they don't really use it. So they've been grasping for something new, and very early on in market research, we realized that creating another destination that would leverage that situation wasn't exactly the right solution. It wasn't something that would really solve all of those problems longer term. It would be a short-term kind of idea.
And do you see as you grow those huge, 2 million plus and so forth, that there's an opportunity for other revenue streams in this model?
For my business or for theirs?
Yeah, for your.
Yeah,
For their intermediate web.
yeah. I mean, one of the great things that I like about the business is everyone in it is making money. That rarely happens. Normally somebody has to lose. But yeah, for us, there's a lot of opportunities for additional revenue streams as we continue to grow. Some of them, might be obvious, and others that we'd rather not discuss at this point. But there will definitely be more opportunities.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Okay, next up we have Bico, and we have Susan Applin. Okay. Thanks, Steve. All right. Okay, this time we have InSpark, Veronica Sunset. People know you from the panel before, but that's okay. Veronica is the CEO and founder of InSpark, a company that provides social merchandise and technology to retailers and brands. Previously, she was an executive at AOL and JumpTap, where she designed and launched new products, developed foundational strategic partners for product launches, and etc. She is a co-founder also of WIM Accelerator and Women in Wireless. She has recently been honored by Fast Company as one of the 60 members of the League of Extraordinary Women. Please welcome Veronica.
I move this aside, yes, you can still hear me. I'm short, and the podium just towers over me. So hi, I'm Veronica Sunset. I am the CEO of InSpark, and InSpark is a social merchandising platform for retailers. So let me start by telling you a little bit about the problem we're solving. So most retailers can't compete with Amazon's algorithmic merchandising. Amazon is growing faster than the market, quarter after quarter, year after year, and they invest every dollar of profit in innovation. So when you look at the rest of the retail market, you really need to aggregate the innovation that is in the market across multiple retailers. And InSpark does that in the area of merchandising. So what we do, our social merchandising platform is the easiest way to translate social and website activity into real-time trending product recommendations. Now what that means is we're basically bubbling up the best content on the site, and it can be integrated as either a full page or feature. And it's the consumers that are saying what the best content is based on what they're sharing on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Google+, and what they're buying. So it's a really honest type of recommendation that can be integrated on any e-commerce site. And we see proven results. So customers who engage with InSpark are twice as likely to convert than customers on the site overall. So it's leading to higher sales for our retailers. And it's a huge market. So business-driven IT represents an $11.6 billion industry. So this does not include spending on servers or on point-of-sale systems. This is money that's spent on e-commerce and marketing technologies. And in terms of our traction, so today we validated the addressable market, we signed major clients, and we built out our channel partners. So just in the last 60 days, we tripled revenue. We've signed up major customers like Hughes, Dr. J's, Wonder, who's on our panel, and Lolly Wally Doodle. And we built out our channel partnerships, which include Magento, SureSource, Hybris, and Bloom. And now we're scaling. We have a pipeline of over 60 enterprise customers who expressed interest in working with us next year. And those customers include people like Bloomingdale's, Brookstone, Michael Kors, Kenneth Cole, really major household brands. So you might wonder, what is the advantage for a company like ours? Well, InSpark is the easiest, most customizable, and most comprehensive solution in market. We're easy in the sense that we're the only solution in market that can launch with zero IT resources at all. We have a light version that can be integrated on the site with no IT integration. We're comprehensive in the sense that we use both social and website data for our recommendations. And we're customizable. The retailers can tune the algorithms to their needs, so every experience can really match what the customers demand. So what's next for us? As I mentioned, what we do today is we show what's trending on the site based on what the customers are buying and sharing. What's next for us is making the merchandising more personalized so that she can see different recommendations than he sees, or someone from LA might see different recommendations than someone from New York. And our roadmap takes our recommendation platform and really moves it into other applications. So business intelligence, once we know what's trending on retail sites, helping them identify what's trending on other sites in their category. Search results, advertising. All of these products being requested by existing customers and prospects. Our business model is a SaaS-based business model. We charge a monthly licensing fee that scales based on the size of the retailer. So today it's $2,000 to $10,000, it grows to $5 to $20, for personalization, and it grows from there. The company was founded by myself and Richie Hecker, so thank you for the introduction. My background, I was an operating executive at AWOL and Jumptime before. I speak at a number of conferences, such as this one. My co-founder, Richie Hecker, has been an entrepreneur since he was 15. He started his first business in high school. And he's known as an industry networker and connector. So with that, I'd like to say thank you, and I look forward to getting your questions, and then, see you afterwards. Thanks.
As we all know, the largest asset in any company is the intellectual property and brand is what you create. And with the social media play that you have, it expands the brand did you always have an interest in connecting technology with social media, consumer products, and retail? Or is it just an opportunity that you saw in the marketplace?
So I like solving problems. That's what I like to do. And I saw a problem. So we actually started out doing sharing and rewards. Actually, Carolyn mentioned that in the panel. So that was our first product. And our whole vision was, if you make the whole sharing experience more seamless, and then you create the right incentives for people to share, so it'll create an authentic voice out in social media for the retailer. We then saw what we really had was amazing data. We were seeing what customers were purchasing, we were seeing what they were sharing, and we thought that that data would be really powerful in powering recommendations, and that's how we kind of pivoted into that, or broadened the scope of our business. But it's all about kind of problems and finding the right solutions to the problem at the time.
Very good. Any questions in the audience? Okay. Thanks, Ryan.
Thanks.
There's a question.
Oh, perfect question. So we looked at our company, we're kind of in the intersection of social tools and recommendation companies. So on the social tools, we have companies like Social Labs and Social Annex, and on the recommendation side, we have companies like Rich Relevance and Baynote and Certona. And we're really the only solution that really combines both social data with recommendations. And we're the easiest to integrate out of everyone. Is that helpful? All right. Now,
Okay, now we're going to FashinVest. Susan Appin is the co-founder and CEO of FashinVest. FashinVest is the culmination of a successful career in premium retail brands combined with, I guess, your love for outdoors. Her experience encompasses key executive roles at Williams-Sonoma, The Gap, Sports Authority, and Staples. FashinVest was named the Internet Retailer's Hot 100 in 2009, and in 2012, Susan received the Smart CEO Magazine Award for Top CEO.